This is one of the simplest things that, if not remedied right away, can cause major issues in your algebraic manipulations. And yes, it's as simple as adding and subtracting, because we're going to be doing stuff with negative numbers. Yeah, we know how to add and subtract positive numbers just fine. Signed just means if the number is positive or negative. So if you're adding two numbers and they are the same sign, you add them in that direction. Meaning if we're looking at a number line and I want to do 2 plus 3, well, yeah, we start at 2, in the direction of the positive direction. These numbers are both positive, and that's what I mean by they're the same sign. So we're adding signed numbers and they're the same sign. Now, if I want to do -2 plus -3, we start at -2. We're adding them and they're the same sign. So we're going to add them in that direction. And in that direction, in this case, means we're going further into the negatives. So like, I owe you $2, and then I gained another debt of $3. How many dollars do I owe you total? But in the case that they are different signs, you subtract them, then the larger sign wins out. What do I mean? I'm just going to do 5 plus -3. We're still just doing addition. We're adding signed numbers. And here, if they're different signs. So it's like we want to go in the adding direction. Sorry, I gotta do the mirror image. We start at 5, and then we want to add the opposite of 3. When I say opposite here, I do mean opposite in this case. Positive or negative. Opposite does mean the other one. Now this is what I mean when I say the larger sign wins out. The larger, I could technically say the larger absolute value number, whatever sign that is, that's the sign of the answer, which kind of makes sense if you look at it here. We're not going past 0 over here, so we're staying in the positives even though we removed some. 5 has the larger absolute value compared to 3, and 5 was originally positive, so then the answer is going to be positive. Now I'm going to do -5 plus 3. So we start at -5. I'm going to add 3, add positive 3, so I am going up the number line 1, 2, 3. Which number has the largest absolute value? This is going to be the 5, and the 5 was originally negative, so the answer is going to be negative. -3 plus 5. We're starting at -3, and then we're adding 5. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the larger absolute value of these two numbers is 5, and 5 was originally positive, so now the answer is going to be positive. And then similarly, we're going to do 3 plus -5. And again, commutativity says that the answer should be -2, but I kind of want to prove that to you a little bit better. So, and we've gained a debt of -5. So what's the total debt, or like what happens next? So we're going to basically subtract 5. We're going to add -5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's -2. So the larger absolute value was this 5, and the 5 was originally negative, so the answer is going to be negative. Hello, everyone in post-production. I was spending too much time making sure you understood what the larger sign wins out thing was, that I never really explained the subtract them part of adding signed numbers if they were different signs. And you can see in any of these examples here that 5 minus 3 equals 2. But what I mean by subtract them is no matter what their sign is, you subtract them. So we're just looking at the absolute value of these. Forget about all this stuff. Forget about all this. Go away. I don't want to look at you for a second just to find out what the absolute value of the answer is. And yeah, in all of these cases, you're just like 5 minus 3, which is 2. Then the larger sign wins out thing will tell you whether the answer is positive or negative.